Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. It's your host, me. I'm feeling good, guys. I'm feeling pretty good about what we're creating here, what we're doing. Yesterday, the reason I put it in this view instead of just isolating the wins is I wanted to flex a little bit, guys. You guys have been gassing me up in the comments. Maybe it's going to my head. I need to calm down. I need to be humble because pride cometh before a fall, and I understand that. However, yesterday, there were 10 games, and I didn't pick any in this game, as we all know I don't, but there were only 3 games where I had complete blanks. Schwarber, Bellinger, Torkelson, Perez, Bregman, Muncy, Ohtani, Morel, and Soderstrom. That feels pretty good. It feels pretty good for just zooming out, looking at how the year has gone, finding this rhythm late in the season. While I would have loved to have it during the season, I'm not going to complain about getting it now. So there's something about when I say negative things about guys on my list. Yesterday I said I was worried about the win for Bellinger. He hit one, and I said I didn't like the price for Bregman. He hit one. A few days ago, I said Olsen, yeah, he's on here, but he's ice cold. He hit one. It just is a thing that is repeated on this channel. Let's look at the slate today, and I'm going to warn you guys that it is optimistic. Pressure is not high anymore. It's low. Or high, yeah, pressure's low. Humidity's perfect. Weather's perfect. Wind doesn't hurt. It's like everything we have been trudging through the last 2 weeks just got wiped from this slate. So there's a lot of picks today. There is a lot of yellow on overall, but understand that some of these are very optimistic yellows. We'll start with the game in Baltimore. Optimistic yellow. Seattle bats look very good against Dean Kremer. Eugenio Suarez at 4-1 feels like a crazy price for him. Josh Naylor at 450. It is Dinger Tuesday after all. And if you are an OG, you know that on Tuesdays, we bet Naylor. Adley Rutschman at 550 on Novig. More optimistic for Seattle bats than I am for Baltimore. Game in Cleveland, the wind is blowing slightly to the right, which means I do favor lefties. However, Logan Allen is pitching. He is a lefty for Cleveland. So putting out a lefty for Miami is a little bit difficult. The wind is not strong, so I'm going to just kind of ignore it and go with Ramirez and Wagaman, 2 right-handers for Miami. But if you want to go with the safer play, the left-handed batters with the wind helping against a righty and Jansen Junk, Jose Ramirez at 360 I think is a sneaky good price, and Kyle Manzardo has been hot this week, 420, looks good. I did teeter around Steven Kwan. I dipped my toes. I did a Kwan dive almost onto him, but I decided play it safe, trust your gut. Your gut says Ramirez and Manzardo. Don't reach for Kwan. And with my track record, Kwan's probably going to go now. Schwarber and Harper, it's just clockwork. It's just typical me. Schwarber hit one yesterday. 180 is starting to be just a fair price for him. I don't love it. Like I at my core hate that he's under 200. And he's under 300. If you'll remember at the early stages of these videos, I said, I don't play anybody under 300. Look at this. You can see 3 people on this list itself under 300. Bryce Harper's been a little cold, so 250 feels too generous, even though this is at a good ballpark. Matt McClain at 6-1 is a good price. Spencer Steer, 625 is a good price. I think I think you get 2 to 3 home runs in this one. That's the tricky part today. All these games look like 2 to 3 home runs, very reasonable. So I am not going to be able to help you as much as just provide you with all the ingredients today. Game in New York, strong win to left. Yesterday it didn't matter as Jazz, Cody, and I think Trent Gresham all hit home runs. All of those are lefties. So maybe the wind is not as important as I am saying it is. Aaron Judge, I have ... Aaron Judge ellipsis. Aaron Judge? Like there should be a question mark there because since he's been back from injury, irrelevant. He looks lost, as someone in my Discord said. Just looks like he's unaware of how to play the game of baseball. And he's still 144. So we'll write him down until he hits one. And that's just something I'm committing to. Cody Bellinger, 350. And then Luke Kishal. It takes me a while to kind of pronounce that. If you watch my football video from yesterday where I previewed the AFC North, I butchered Andre Yoshivas, the receiver for Cincinnati. So that's on me, and I'm going to hope that I can improve across the board no matter what video I do with pronouncing these guys' names. Luke Keeshall, $8.50. Fantastic price. He is italicized for that price of $8.50. Game in Toronto, the Cubs are in this weird slump, and that is the only reason that this is yellow. If this was a month ago and the Cubs were as hot as the Cubs were a month ago, I would say this is green, 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 green. The grass is always greener on the other side of the northeast American Canadian border. I look to this game for a lot of home runs, and I do like Michael Busch today at 475. I do like Pete Crow Armstrong at 460. I think this game possesses a lot of potential, but the Cubs have got to figure it out. And maybe Jose Berrios, who is pitching for Toronto, is the guy that they can right the ship with. I don't know. Nathan Lukes at 9-1 is italicized because that price feels darn good over on Bet365. I'll tell you, he's 560 on FanDuel. He's almost double on Bet365. So not only did I like him, just raw matchup ability, but the price, the price makes me extra lean. The price makes me lean with it, rock with it. And we're going to rock with Nathan Lukes today. Vladimir Guerrero, 475 over on MGM. This is probably my favorite game of this first five, but all of these could have 3 and 4 home runs. Second half of the slate, we got the game in New York. I don't like anybody today against Griffin Canning. That would be for the Atlanta Braves. I like New York a lot, though, against Spencer Strider, which is bizarre, one of the premier names for the Braves and at one point in time for the MLB. But he's looked rough, and the matchup says, wow, Juan Soto, Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, and Jeff McNeil may all be able to have success against him today. So my official leans are Soto and Lindor, but Alonso and McNeil are totally in play if you choose to look their way. Game in Chicago, there is a rain risk, so be careful. We got a delay last night, then they ended up finishing at like 11 p.m. I was already asleep. Just, it sucks because this is I'm optimistic here, but just understand the potential risk with the rain. Kerry Carpenter, Riley Green, Andrew Benintendi, and Lennon Sosa. Familiar names, guys I play often. And I know a lot of you are going to go with Colson Montgomery, and that's totally fine. He hit one yesterday. Why not ride him while he's hot? Not fond of this game in Kansas City. James Wood is my only play for the Nationals. Bobby Witt Jr. and Randall Grichuk for the Royals. This pricing feels lazy from FanDuel. 470, 470, 480. Kind of weird. Maybe just a coincidence, but a lot kind of chunked in that same spot. I wouldn't play them. But if you choose to, or you have a weird promo that's only for Kansas City, they're in play. Game in Milwaukee, Paul Skeens is pitching, and the pessimistic side of me says, I don't think you get a lot of home runs. Maybe Christian Yelich, he's my only lean. However, if you want to play with fire, Paul Skeens under strikeouts. I don't know what the line is. I'm going to guess it's 7.5. The reason I say that is because looking at this lineup, although it doesn't project for a ton of powerful hits off of him, it does project for a lot of contact. It does project for a lot of hits, which we can assume to be ground balls or flyouts. It does project for the Milwaukee Brewers to be able to see the pitches that Paul Skeens is throwing their way and to be able to put bat to ball. And if bat is going to ball, strikeouts are harder. So, again, this is not like an official recommendation. This is not some sort of like I've poured over the statistics. I've looked at the line. I've price shopped. Like, no. This is me looking at a matchup with batters and saying, wow, Paul Skeens usually generates an opposing batting order that is blood red. That is disgusting. He's going to eat today. And it's different with the Brewers. Spencer Horwitz, 870, very good price. He'll probably make his way into one of my Dinger Tuesday boost plays because I like his matchup and I love 870 and he's on FanDuel, so that's perfect. And then Nick Gonzalez, 950, very good price. That price is going to probably go to the 600s if I had to guess. By the time, if you watch this video late, it's 10 a.m. right now. If you watch this video at 5, 6 p.m., go check Nick Gonzalez's price. I bet it's no longer 950. I think it's a tremendous price for the market. Game in St. Louis, Britton Doyle, Ezekiel Tovar, Jordan Walker, and Wilson Contreras. Better matchup for the Cardinals. Colorado, who knows what they're going to do. All those prices are fair. Park is fine. So that's what I got there. Last 5 games of the night. Before we talk about that, we got about 5 more spots in the fantasy league. We're about to fill up 3 full leagues, so that's awesome. $10 a month. We'll get you into the Discord. You got to sign up through the Patreon, then connect your Discord. In there, we talk ball, we talk baseball. We're going to talk football soon, thankfully, and we'll have 3 different fantasy leagues that will draft on the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The deadline to sign up is the 16th. We'll give away prizes. We're going to do other things for prizes throughout the year. So, again, guys, while this does help give me some cash flow, some money to support my family and to keep making content, I do want to give back to you. I'm giving away $300 in prizes just for these things, and we'll do a pick 'em and things of that nature to give away more prizes. So just, if you want to support, you can. If not, absolutely no pressure. Keep your money, save your money, and bet your money on this Texas Rangers game. Don't, because it's a likely pass. I don't love this matchup based on pitching park conditions. I am sick of writing down Ketel Marte and Corbin Carroll, but when I look at these lineups, oftentimes they're the only 2 that look good. Corey Seager at 310, but I'm passing there. Then we have a very optimistic last 3 of 4. I think there's potential for 3 and 4 home runs in each of these last 3 of 4 games. We'll start with the game in Houston. I have optimism today for Boston. By and large, I think Boston looks very well matched up against Spencer Arrighetti. Wilyer Abreu at 450. He may pair with Spencer Horwitz in my Dinger Tuesday boost. We'll see. Yoshida, 800. Jesus Sanchez, Carlos Correa, but Bregman, Jalen Duran, and Ramon Anthony all look good. I think this is a place where if you want to narrow down a big slate and pour into some data and really look at matchups, I would suggest going to this Astros and Red Sox game. LA battle. Ohtani hit one last night. I didn't mention the revenge game method, but the revenge game method, you parlay the revenge game method of Bregman and Ohtani, you get a little pocket cash. Muncy 350, Mike Trout, Joe Adele, all look good. Freeman, the whole lineup for the Dodgers actually looks great tonight. So this is another one where if you want to pour into some data and really go the extra mile, I would do that. Skipping the game in San Francisco today, Tatis and Machado are the only guys that look moderately good. And then we go back to Sacramento for the Oakland A's and Tampa Bay Rays. Again, perfect conditions. Pitching is not great. We had maybe 4 or 5 home runs last night. I think you could get that again. You see some repeat names. Junior Caminero, Christopher Morel hit one last night. Pretty good call, guys. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. He's not a name I put on here often, and I put him on there yesterday, and he hit one. So those feel especially good when they're kind of these outliers like Cedric Mullins we had a few days ago, the Arizona Cat, and Adrian I don't even remember his name, Del Castillo. So maybe Christopher Miles do again. Tyler Soderstrom, Nick Kurtz, Butler, Rooker, Urias. Just look at these 3 games. You want to bet home runs today? I would take a breath and I would go look at these 3 games. I think that's the best opportunity. Guest picks from the Patreon. Again, we just talked about the Patreon. I'm not here to plug the Patreon, but if you want to join and give some of your picks out on videos, you can do so. Rinknado likes Toronto left-handed batters against Cubs pitcher Ben Brown. So that'd be Barger, that'd be Lukes. We're all over Lukes today, aren't we? We love Lukes. What was he listed on? What book was he listed on? I said his price was good. Bet365. Okay. So he likes left-handed batters in Seattle and the Baltimore game. So just no specific team, just left-handed batters in Seattle and Baltimore. So that's your Josh Naylor. Ooh. That's your J.P. Crawford. That's your Jackson Holliday, Gunnar Henderson. Adley Rutschman's a switch hitter. We can count him. So there's some options there. Boston right-handed hitters against Spencer Arrighetti. So that is, these are lefties. But Bregman is the only right-hand batter. I like the lefties today. I prefer lefties. Mikey D says throw in Ian Happ. It's his birthday. You like birthday bombs? You like a little birthday narrative? You like the Chicago Cubs to right their ship today against Jose Barrios? Why not? We put the Barrios birthday cake on. Ian Happ, happy birthday. Ian, happy birthday is what we're dealing with here. It's happy birthday for Ian Happ, home run on Dinger Tuesday. And then Rinknado follows it up with, actually, all bats look good against vomit on his sweater already. Arrighetti. I laughed at that because that's funny. That's good comedy. So if you want to tail any of these, feel free. if you want to join the Patreon, thus the Fantasy League, thus the Pick'em League, thus the camaraderie of strangers getting together and talking ball. You can do that. I want to show you one more thing. Because it is Tuesday. This is crazy. I know Pizza Hut is, it's not everybody's favorite. But today, on Tuesday, you can get personal pan pizzas for $2. Are you kidding me? It is one topping, sure. You can get up to 4 per person. So for $8, you can get 4 personal pan pizzas today from Pizza Hut. I'm not a math guy, but I know that there's something about circumference of pizza, and like the more that's got to be a whole pizza for $8 at the end of the day. And the personal pans are pretty good, pretty tasty. Get 4 today. You don't have to eat them all today. Get 4, put them in the fridge. Surprise your lady tonight, or your man. If you surprise somebody in your life with some personal pan pizzas. Not a sponsor, but I'm open to it, Pizza Hut. If you're out there listening, I'm open to it. All right, take care, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Long video today. Holy smokes.